German pilots mocked the Tuskegee Red Tails until American aces shot down 15 fighters in 4 minutes. We'll take a closer look at what happened, who's to blame, and what it all led to. Support the channel by subscribing, leave your thoughts in the comments, and share this video. The topic is far too serious to stay silent. Have you ever heard of pilots who nobody took seriously, yet in just a few minutes rewrote the history of aerial combat? The Tuskegee Airmen, known as the Red Tails, were African-American pilots whom German aces considered easy prey, until these American aces proved otherwise. With their P-51 Mustangs, they didn't just escort bombers over Germany, they rewrote the rules of aerial warfare. Let's break down, step by step, how this group from Tuskegee turned enemy ridicule into record-breaking victories and why their feat still inspires awe and disbelief today. You will see that even the most advanced technology and experienced opponents cannot stop courage, determination, and skill. But before we reach the epic climax, let's trace the path of these pilots, understand the context, and grasp what was at stake during the most intense minutes over Berlin. In March 1945, the skies above the Reich's capital were thick with jet fighters, bombers, and alarms warning of imminent danger. The Daimler-Benz factories, producing vital components for the German war effort, became the target of a massive Allied strike. The Red Tails were assigned to escort a large group of bombers, and for many of them it was the first serious encounter with the enemy's jet fighters, the Messerschmitt Me.262. German pilots, accustomed to fear and respect from their opponents, did not expect to face aviators whose discipline and bravery would exceed all expectations. From the very first moments of the battle, the Germans mocked the Red Tails, treating them as easy prey. "Look, the Black Tails are flying with us again," German pilots reportedly said over the radio. They underestimated the Tuskegee pilots' training, reflexes, and endurance. But these aviators knew the value of every sortie. They studied maps, bomber flight paths, weather forecasts, and wind currents. Every move of their P-51 Mustang was calculated, and each maneuver executed with precision, down to fractions of a second. In the air, there was no time for hesitation. The first contact with the Me.262 occurred over Berlin's industrial zone. The German jet fighters rapidly emerged from the clouds, attempting to strike the Allied bombers from above. Lieutenant James "Jimmy" Mitchell of Tuskegee assessed the situation instantly. The enemy's speed exceeded theirs in horizontal maneuvers, but the Mustang had the advantage in diving and agility at low and medium altitudes. He issued the command, "Form a cover to the left, hold altitude, and protect the bombers." His words were precise and decisive. Over the next few minutes, the Mustang pilots executed a series of maneuvers requiring maximum concentration. Sergeant Charles "Charlie" Davis recalled, "I saw one Me-262 streak past my wing. My heart was racing, but I remembered the instructions. Gauge speed, angle of attack, and fire only with a perfect shot." His shot proved fatal. The enemy fighter ignited, shattering the myth of the invincibility of German jets. In the next 4 minutes, events unfolded at breathtaking speed. The Red Tails shot down 15 enemy fighters. Every Mustang pilot performed their role with clockwork precision. Lieutenant Mitchell spoke over the radio. "Focus, guys. One wrong move, and we're all gone." Every control input, every lever movement was crucial. The German jets, accustomed to high speed and aggressive tactics, were confronted with a disciplined, coordinated, and incredibly brave group of opponents. Why does this matter? Because before this battle, African-American pilots often faced prejudice, mistrust, and disregard from both allies and enemies. Their success showed that skill and determination could overcome any stereotype. This was not just a tactical victory, it was a symbol that courage and the ability to anticipate the enemy's actions mattered more than numerical superiority. German aces, accustomed to fear and respect, felt confusion for the first time. Every new encounter in this battle showcased the pilot's mastery. For example, Sergeant Davis spotted an enemy attempting to flank them from the right. He instantly adjusted his course, lined up the shot, and fired with deadly accuracy. The enemy was destroyed in seconds. This demonstrated that technical knowledge, split-second decisions, and calm under pressure determined the outcome as much as numbers and technology. Tension mounted with every passing minute. The bombers depended on the Red Tails' protection. One mistake from a Mustang pilot could cost the lives of the entire group. Each pilot understood the stakes. Teamwork, mutual support, and precise calculations determined the result. In these moments, true discipline, composure, and skill transformed ordinary flyers into legends. After the battle, the pilots returned to the airfield as heroes. They were met by fellow servicemen, commanding officers, local residents, and military correspondents. Medals, congratulations, and applause followed them at every step. Lieutenant Mitchell held the well-earned award for bravery and recounted the details of the fight. How he adjusted altitude, calculated fuel and ammunition, and reacted instantly to the dangerous maneuvers of the Me-262 jets. The overall result was staggering. 112 enemy aircraft destroyed in aerial combat and another 150 on airfields. Each victory was not just a number, but proof of skill, composure, and bravery. These pilots did not just protect the Allies, they showed that the human factor can decide the outcome even in the most difficult conditions. Why does this change our perception of war? Because technology and numerical advantage do not always determine victory. Human courage, strategy, and instantaneous decision-making can alter the course of events. Every fact from the Red Tails story is a lesson in how discipline, preparation, and confidence create legends. That is why the battle over Berlin on the 14th of March, 1945, became a symbol. The pilots did not just protect bombers, they proved that skill, bravery, and mutual support can overcome any obstacle. Their achievements inspire not only historians, but all who study strategy, tactics, and the psychology of war. In the end, the pilots received their well-deserved recognition. Medals for valor, certificates of honor, handshakes from commanding officers. All this became proof that even in the harshest conditions, the human spirit can rewrite history. The Red Tails will forever remain a symbol of courage, mastery, and determination capable of turning the impossible into legend. Write in the comments what you think about these pilots' bravery, what decisions you would have made in their place, and whether you believe such a spirit of courage still lives among people today. The story of the Red Tails is not just a lesson in history. It is a reminder that discipline, bravery, and skill can change the course of events and leave a mark for generations.